go. Good job. Okay, there we go. Just about to start the beginner intermediate tournament. So we'll probably run, we got 5 people today. So I think I'll run round robin first to 2. Let's do what's versus 2. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just a few minutes. Cool. Let's yeah. Just waiting for yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fun. Waiting on 2 players, so I'll just wait. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Got the user versus that matchup, which is always a bit fun to watch. Is can get pretty wild. Although I think that probably the VAT players don't like it very much because they have to block sometimes. Sucks for VAT players. But yeah. Okay. Play so much for a little while, so let's see how the round start goes. Is that an attempted like dash reveal or something? Okay. It's an interesting ender, but Floof doesn't block on wake up, so they end up taking the 2A melee. Yeah, I think you always want to, after you do the 24C ender, you always want to teleport. Because otherwise they can air tech over you, I think. Yeah, okay. Definitely keeps dropping some combos. He goes for the assault. I'm not really a big fan of assault on defense, especially when they're that far away, because there's really nothing in big except for like random 6C or 2C or something. Like you're like kind of really gambling very hard. But a nice throw on the grid break. But unfortunately it doesn't get some confirmed, so West also drops his confirm. Yeah. I think both these characters are pretty tricky to play on the a little more like beginner intermediate. They've probably also been playing for a while because you really need to be very consistent with your combo execution to get going. Okay. Fortunately, Floof had kind of a nice idea of just sitting at full screen. Unfortunately, because they were behind on the cycle, they ended up giving the cycle over the cover box, so it would probably been better for them to concentrate a bit to steal the cycle there, and then force cover to be a bit more active. Because at that range, VAT is pretty favored because she can laser at that range or like do a firewall, whereas none of the slashes reach. Flash King catching the extended headlocks is pretty funny. I think they only added the extended headlocks in UNI2, so it's pretty fun to see that happen ever. Because it's not something you would have ever seen in Clear or before, I don't think. Okay, nice tech. Yeah. Not sure about these stance strings, but unfortunately since Floof is kind of dropping a lot of combos or doing a lot of like execution mistakes, they're kind of getting a lot of mileage or stuff which they probably shouldn't get away with. Yeah. Like I think that if Floof finished their combos, they probably would have already won the round by now. So it's definitely something that would be good to work on. The C-ball in neutral is interesting, but I don't think it's particularly good against Yuzu because she, as just happened, she can just teleport around it. But yeah, okay. Nice reaction on the flash kick and with the CS confirmed. This doesn't kill in this version. It was pretty close. Last version it definitely would have killed, but they nerfed the Paration in this version. It's not quite enough. Well, I'm kind of surprised that cleared the jump, but end up watching out. Color seems to do a lot of like the 6C stance enders, which is actually not. It's actually like fairly minus. So what you can do is you can probably do like a B-ball immediately after seeing him use all of his stance marks. Oh, this kind of thing. Yeah, okay, good. Nice smash. Yeah, okay. Going to full confirm in the corner. Oh, he goes for A flash kick, not even B flash kick. Oh my god. Oh, that's definitely a moment of all time. Okay. 2B. Okay, manages to bait the 2FF, but doesn't get a punish on the whiff. I guess because Vaz's backdash is too slow. Yeah. You teleport next to them, which I guess you still, because bad is a 6 frame, it's pretty tricky. Yeah, you can't really challenge after 2d6e from Yuzu because she's instant, so she can basically cringe you battle it always. You just kind of have to hold it there. But they spend 100 meters to just like send out a hitbox in neutral, so it's not that bad to just hold it. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna hold him back in neutral. Yeah, I think this is one of the things about the cardboard box matchup is that you kind of have to be ready to punish him doing a lot of unsafe stuff. Because if you're not quite ready for it and you're not like fully up with your execution, it can be pretty tricky to deal with sometimes. You do kind of need to know what you're looking at, I guess. Okay. Okay, I don't actually know the cardboard box plus there actually, but still working out he destances, so okay. Interesting. I'm not sure why Floof shielded and then oh no, CS and then shielded, but it ends up going well until they dropped the combo. I think they did. Oh no, oh no. Oh, that feels so bad. Because there were like 3 instances that Floof should have won there. But it happens. There'll be 2-0 for cardboard. Yeah, I definitely think that it's hard with that, especially if there's like weird confirms, because I think you need to be like really cognizant of where your charge is. But it would probably help them if they worked on their confirms. That would have definitely won them that round, and also like a couple of other rounds as well. Yeah. Took a round to remember that BNB. Yeah, it happens. Alright, we got are they punch? Yeah. Punchy. Resident newbie VAT player versus Arctor. New Wagner player. Some pretty good combos, I think Arctor does. But we'll see how it ends up going. I've been playing actually both sides of this matchup a little bit. I don't know, it doesn't feel particularly great from the Eltnam side, I think. No, not the Eltnam side, the Wagner side. Because Gunshot, and you don't really have a lot to contest Gunshot except for shield buff. But I guess that kind of relies on the Eltnam player sort of keeping on top of you. Yeah, okay. Nice. Fortunately missed the dash by B. I think it's usually better to confirm there with 2C rather than I think it counts the Grandmasters correctly after DP's out there. Okay. Yeah, Wagner 5B is one of the buttons of all time, I think. Unfortunately, Punchy doesn't respect the shield bash. One thing is that you do have to, once Wagner has the shield buff, you basically have to respect shield bash in neutral, or even on pressure. Okay, got some Wagner offense going on. Unfortunately, it doesn't punish 2d6A, that is -5 on block. So if they do 2d6A no cancel, you can actually punish with 5A for Eltnam. Yeah. One thing, yeah. So you can actually punish 5A or even throw if you're a non-5 framer. Okay, nice. Just confirm the 60C hit as well. Unfortunately, doesn't count the ground masters that time. And Arctor could have punished the reload. Oh no, actually it was a forced reload. Yeah, they definitely punished the reload. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't delay the 2-6A, but gets the throw. Yeah, I think Arctor really likes the Wagner dive. You know, I mean, And Red Blade was spamming it in the last tournament in Climax, so I can't say that it's bad. But without resources to back it up, you do kind of put yourself in a lot of trouble if they don't just get hit. Because it is punishable on blocks, so you ideally want to cancel into 2-4C every single time. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wonder whether Arctor is like a gear player or something, because they seem to do a lot of like air approaches and stuff. Whereas I'm not sure that Wagner's air game is that good, really. Her real strength are like her grounded buttons and her buffs, and that move as well is pretty good as well. Okay. Nice, respect the shield buff. Manages to mash out of the pressure. I would like to see a reload here because you're... Oh, 2d6C? Because Punchy's quite low on bullets. Okay. Okay, because now they're out of bullets, so now they'll have to commit to a, well, they won't have to commit to it because they're dead, but they would have had to. Alright. Yeah, I think that Arctor is trying to go for the jump to beat the gunshot. I don't know if that's the best answer, because you can actually footsies the gunshot at round start, the A gunshot that is, with if you walk back. Okay, interesting. Yeah, if you walk back at round start against Elfman, watch the miscounts. If you walk back round start against Elfman, you can say a whip, and then you can press like 2-4B or something to whip punish. Okay. Fortunately, that confirm is pretty tricky. Yeah. No, because that because it was the charge shield bash is actually always minus to that range. So it's only the A shield bash that's ever plus really in pressure. So if they do like a charged one, they're basically always minus. Okay, nice throw, I guess. Yeah, I think there's one thing where both these players are kind of doing these like really aerial approaches. Maybe they're both like Guilty Gear players, but in general in this game, you don't really want to approach like that from the air very much. Okay, nice. Ooh, kind of unlucky there. Okay. Blocks the overhead and Arctor no cancels it, which is actually punishable on block. But it's kind of tricky because she can also cancel into 2d6 or 2d4. Yeah. Since 2-4C is projectile environment, do sometimes have to be a bit careful at throwing out. But yeah, okay. Arctor manages to tie it up. What would I like to see? It's a bit more grounded gameplay, I think, good. Because both these players will kind of put themselves in the air. They're just like staying on the ground and just being willing to like wait. Will probably be pretty good. Okay, Punchy missed out the bullets. Unfortunately, because that was 4. Counting to 13 is one of the most difficult things that an Ultimate player has to be able to do. But yeah. Okay, I still got the combos, the bombos. There's the charge effect. This, I think, actually is big damage if they went for a good route. I think that was minus. But yeah. Can't remember if there was shield buff or not. Yeah, I'm not convinced by this dive thing. I think there are a few 2-4C, or 2C, maybe 2. Yeah, I do think that Punchy tends to do the 60C no cancel quite a lot, which I think is only really good if your opponent is doing a lot of trying to shield the A gunshot. Because if they're not trying to shield the A gunshot, then you're just punishable all the time. Okay, unfortunately it doesn't respect the full buff, but after drops combo. This might be dead. Yeah, it's dead. They didn't even spend me. Yeah. One thing. Ask just Kimono to make bullet strike property again. That was kind of silly, I think. But yeah, just gotta be really careful. Especially since 214C is just a move that Wagner players can just press now. It becomes pretty important to just be willing to approach and be willing to play neutral without gunshot and just like approach the Wagner player just like normally, I guess. And try and bait out the 214C because it's only +1 or so you don't necessarily need to respect it a super large amount. Especially since Eltnam's short range buttons are really good. So Wagner will usually have to dash into range to get anything off of it. So basically, it's not. It kind of is like kind of a neutral. Puts them at kind of an awkward sort of neutral spacing, unless you're in the corner, in which case it becomes a bit stronger. All right, we got Resita versus Harbor Box. I think Resita's been shuffling around a lot of characters. He landed on Landrekia now, but I don't know. The next time we'll see them, they'll be on a different character. We'll see. I used to play a lot of DVFC and Persona. It's weird to not jump in neutral. Yeah, I can kind of see that. In this game, there's actually footsies though, so you don't have to. You don't jump that much. You don't jump that much. I think, especially because Wagner's jump stuff's not that great. Like dive at the moment is kind of annoying, but you can't overuse it, I guess. And her like air buttons are not that good, so you don't really want to approach from the air, especially since all of your like buffed options are basically from the ground. So yeah. Alright. You got Yuzi versus Lon. So yeah, it kind of depends on how familiar Resita is with the character itself, I think. Yeah, this is probably not how you want to approach. I think that you have to be really patient to smash up as the Landrekia player. Well, just like every other character, really. Okay, nice force function. Java Box doesn't even care, you're just gonna match. Alright. And we force function again, let's go, my go. Fortunately, it doesn't get the combo off the IC T-Wrecker. I don't know how you combo that actually, but there definitely is a combo. It's kind of important to know your combos. Well, it's kind of important to know combos on everyone. But a lot of the strength that Landrekia has in this version is his looping set play in the corner. Well, it's basically looping in the corner. He's like, it's his corner set play. So if you don't have the combos which go all the way to the corner and then set up the set play, it's like a lot of the strength of the character is lost, I guess. And you're kind of playing like a basic footsies guy. And his basic footsies is pretty good, but it's not good in, it's not like his full potential, you know what I mean? Alright. Pablo is not blocking. Okay. Yeah. Alright, quick 1-0 for cardboard. Yeah, I think just being a bit more patient for a seeder and then like trying to, yeah, I mean like 5B, like dash 5B is good. I think that this is probably not a Wrecker in neutral matchup. Well, I suppose C Wrecker is probably pretty good for going over 2-6B, but I imagine your fireballs are better in this matchup than your Wreckers in general. Other than like jump scare, triple BB. Alright. Yeah, so the every Rekka except for the A Rekka, which is the single hit low, is very punishable for the third Rekka. So the B Rekka, the C Rekka, and the Hydroblading are all very punishable in the third Rekka. So you basically never want to use those on block unless you have meter to back it up. Or you really think your opponent's gonna mash or like not block your C Rekka or something like that. Other than that, the B Rekka, which is like the side swap one, or like the mid, is also generally always punishable. You can shield the other Rekkas to make them punishable on block, but it's kind of tricky. Yeah. There's Foxov made a whole video about it, I guess. But yeah. I think we're just lacking a little bit of patience from Rosita and a little bit of character knowledge, I think. Let's run Flute versus Punchy on stream now. Yeah. Okay. This one is what? Vat versus Eltnum. So this is probably going to be like the same sort of vibes where we want to see some patience from the Eltnum player. You do have some tools to deal with the shenanigans. Like I think the IC, if they really like the air stuff, then the ricochets are really good. But you do kind of have to be a bit patient. So. Yeah, you see a lot of like Punchy doing a lot of like dash into button options, which is like okay, except the fact that that has a lot of has a lot of like good projectiles, so it's generally pretty unsafe. You're sort of like trying to call them out for playing really greedy, I guess. Okay, you see, should be 5-frame punchable. Okay, we get a flash kick. We got some gaming. Goes to 3C. Yeah, okay. Alright, try to skip 3C, I reckon, but... Okay, unfortunately, gives too much space doing a punish. Doing a combo out meter. Yeah, I think... What's going on here? Blue's getting away with a lot. So like the FF or like the shots is basically always minus. So I would just generally press like 2B after that. They made the standing one not punishable for some reason, but the crouching one is actually 6-frame punishable without a shield. Is it 5-frame? Alright. Cool, we got some things, but Vat Plague and Vat Player. Yeah, I just think we gotta dash blocking a bit. Yeah, I think 2C is a really good option against Vat in general, because it helps deal with our projectiles. But if your opponent is just assault JCing like a Vat player, then it gets a bit more tricky. I would say yeah, that JC is definitely one of the moves of all time. But yeah. You kind of just have to match sometimes, which is pretty scary. Okay. Big gunshot. 60 speed. Okay, good. That 2BV is pretty minus. Well, pretty minus. It's like -6 or something. You can definitely take your turn with 2C. Okay. I think that must have been a mistake from Flute for the gem set, because the... Okay. I'm not really sure what Flute is trying to do there. Like, what kind of thing are they trying to bait? Because Punchy did shield a couple times, I guess, maybe? Okay, nice pass. Unfortunately, I think it might be nice, like it's good that the Punchy's practicing the 2d6, the IC26A -5B route. It might be better to go for the IC6B, just to be like, make sure you're finishing the combos, especially against these like zoner characters. It's really important to finish your combos. And you know, when you're in a tournament, I think generally it's better to do easy combos that you can do. So this is kind of a learning experience, I suppose. Not a huge problem. Okay. Unfortunately, 2B gets pulled by the Assault JC. Yep, full combo. Okay, gets the confirm. Nice. Yeah, I don't think Floop is blocked on Wake Up this entire set. Yeah. What I'd say. Yeah, I think sometimes you gotta let the VAP player just do the dumb stuff, like the Assault JC, the Assault JC, the like the random, you know, random air stuff. And then sometimes, especially if they're looping the Assault JC, you either want to dash block under them, which is kind of hard, or you can try and mash the mash after JC, which works a lot more than you might think it does, especially if you shield one of the hits. Because especially if you shield one of the hits, because VAP players love to be really greedy. So you can always generally get a lot of the time VAP players will get hit if you just mash there, which is pretty can get you some wins. And it forces the VAP player to like be a bit more honest and just like do a 5A to enforce their plus frames, which is kind of what you want them to do. You don't want them to be able to do dumb stuff. Anyway, we got Elnam versus Lundrekia. Okay. So top 2 versus top 5. Okay. Alright. Go for a force function. Alright. We got the shield. Okay. He was kind of doing okay at blocking the wreckers, but it is pretty tricky if you haven't played against Lundrekia. Yeah. So one thing I would say is that without getting too far into the weeds of the wrecker shielding, you generally don't want to shield after the A wrecker, which is the single hit low, because every other wrecker option he can do from that is a 2-hit wrecker option, and Lundrekia will normally want to one of the things you want to do is reset and like no cancel the A wrecker. So you don't want a green shield after the A wrecker usually, because it's just like losing in a lot of ways. But yeah, okay. Nice block. Yeah, I think that one thing might be nice is that I think Punchy should be a bit more aware of reversals, because a lot of the time he's playing against these newer players who are, you know, a bit reversal happy, and it would be a good adjustment to make is to just block and wake up sometimes. Not block on their wake up, or just, especially for these characters like Lundrekia who have 1-button reversals, like just like sitting there and doing a buns and then blocking can get you some wins against these types of players. Fortunately, I think you get hit by the cross up. Yeah, I definitely empathize with having trouble blocking the wreckers, because I I spent a long time during COVID getting destroyed by wreckers before I eventually like labbed it out and learned how to block them all. But it took me a long time, so I definitely I empathize with the struggles, I think. Yeah, okay. In general though, if you can block the wreckers, it's generally pretty good to just block them. That sounds kind of weird, because he usually has to spend meter, or he's resetting on some minus frames. Some meter or CS. You see, like, Rosita's kind of just looping the wrecker pressure there. So if you are capable of blocking all the wrecker stuff, you actually just force them to keep using resources over and over again until they eventually run out of resources. Obviously that's a bit advanced if you're struggling to block the wreckers, but I suppose that is kind of the character, right? So yeah, just need to set up in training mode if you really want to grind against the Lundrekia. This is what I did back in the day. Back in the day of 2 years ago or something. Alright, we got Octopus Flute up now. Yeah, so this is definitely a matchup where dumping is Wagner doesn't work. So, this is like patience and trying to steal a shield buff kind of matchup for the Wagner player. So, just okay, good. I got the combos, got the flash kick. Oh, a nice shield buff. Unfortunately, the flash kick sends you so far back that they're in the wrong spacing. That's pretty funny. Okay, DP, let's go. Blocks the DP, blocks the flash kick. Let's go. All right, so got one on the board. Unfortunately, out of range of force function. Who's just trying to do that? Just continually losing flash kick charge. I wonder if these guys play together. Alright. Yeah, I would have liked to see some more shields from Arthur, because Flute is really high up in grid, so against that pressure, otherwise you're giving them the cycle very easily. And yeah. And part of the trick against Bat is just knowing when you want to match, right? So like, actually, in general, the Bat pressure is not that good unless they're leveraging gems. So she can do a lot of annoying stuff with like the JC, but there's a limit to how annoying it is, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think there's some times where Arctor is like doing like a dash forward and then like a little backwalk, you know what I mean? And generally, I think that there isn't a lot of reason to do that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's minus on block. So like, if you're trying to dash block in, then you should just commit to the dash block in. You shouldn't try and like dash in and then back off and then dash in and then back off. You should either back off or dash in. Unless you're trying to footsies a specific range, but at that sort of range, you've only got projectiles from the VAT player. So it isn't like that backwalk gives you really anything. It just like gives the VAT player more time to react to your approach, I guess. Maybe it's because they're not used to dash blocking going to crouching block, which I suppose is just one thing you have to practice. So he doesn't take the goal through. I need to give Octor a point. Okay, nice. Yeah, you can see that once someone starts sort of not respecting Fluke a lot, then they end up having a lot more trouble, I guess. Okay. Nice delay tech. Hopefully ADP into the B flash kick CS combo. Okay. This actually would have killed last version, by the way. Last version, B flash kick CS did ridiculous damage. They actually would have been dead. It's so funny to think about. Fortunately, doesn't take the throw, but gets the Tourney C. I think it's pretty good actually in the VAT matchup because it allows the Wagner player to just like send it whenever they want, and there isn't a lot that VAT can do about it except for like press 5C preemptively, which feels pretty bad. Though it still costs the VAT player meter, so it's like not the worst thing, you know? And I feel like if you're a VAT gamer, you can like do some partition flash kick shenanigans, but that's definitely above beginner intermediate. That's like box solves. Yeah, okay. That was actually, you know, yeah. I think one thing to make sure to recognize is that if you shield a non-shield buff shield bash, it's your turn. You might even get a punish as well. So I think just making sure not to over-respect the shield bash, because it's only plus at a specific range, which is like sort of outside of 2C, Ragnar 2C range. The A shield bash, and not the IC shield bash. Unless they have shield buff, in which case you do have to respect it. Okay, we're gonna run Cardboard versus Monkey. Yeah. But yeah. So I think it was a good demonstration of like how if you don't really know, like Wagner is one of those characters who can really sort of run over people. I think Octo was doing pretty well at that. I think just would have liked a bit more, you know, more dash blocking. But it ended up working out for them, so you can't be too mad. Okay.
なかなかやりますね、あなた。
Alright. But Yuzu. Need to update this. Press save. There we go. Use it on a matchup, so I say this every time we have user on the screen, but you gotta be patient. Pick your moments. I think gunshot CS is quite good against Yuzu. Gotta be like, bam. Be able to like get in whenever you have Vorpal. And there isn't really a lot that Yuzu can do. If you choose your moment correctly, there isn't a lot that Yuzu can do really to stop you from gunshot CSing. I suppose she can finesse it, but it's kind of tricky. And if you don't a gunshot, then she has a lot more trouble dealing with it. But yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. One thing, probably don't A gunshot round start because usually players always want to up back. So it's probably not very good there. But yeah, I just generally just want to dash block a bit more, I think. Like, shielding is good, but make sure to try and, like, dash block. It's kind of tricky. I think that generally you want to be careful gunshotting without resources. Like, the main times you want to do it is when the Unity player has just distanced on the ground. So, if they do, like, a string where they have to distance, then I don't think there's really a lot she can do to stop you from pressing a gunshot. But yeah, just make sure to know when to pick that moment. Okay. Oh my god, gets the run through. Okay. Ooh. Maybe Punchy didn't know what side they were on. So, never getting crossed up, which is a bit unfortunate. But we go 1-0 up for cardboard box. I think one thing, especially in this sort of newbie bracket, is that Altnum doesn't have the same sort of difficult to stop stuff. Well, she has some difficult to stop stuff, like 60C is really annoying. But you do have to be a bit more put together to win with Altnum to begin with, as opposed to, you know, it's not necessarily true with Yuzu. Like, you need to have the execution to win with Yuzu, but once you have the execution, you can sort of just kind of do something and do pretty well. Okay. Some pressure. Yeah. Being really careful, because when she's in stance in the air, you do have to be really careful what you do. Like, the only things you can really do there are sort of dash blocks. Yeah, it's probably what they're trying to do, but nice. Interrupts the thing, but unfortunately doesn't quite. No spin. Well, they should have punished, because in this version of the game, the whip 2FF is actually just straight up punchable. So once you're just missing a couple of pieces of that matchup knowledge, really, which it's kind of tricky to obtain sometimes in this region. Yeah, okay. We go 2-0 up to cardboard box, and then we'll go Reseda versus Arctos. So this one, the clear law match of Wagner versus Landrekia. Should be funny. I think that Landrekia gets the better end of this matchup, at least in this version. Because, you know, like, the fireballs are still pretty annoying for Wagner to deal with when she doesn't have shield buff. Oh, I switched sides just to make me annoyed. But yeah, I think the fireballs still really annoying to deal with, and he can still set play you, so have to be really careful as the Wagner player. You have to be a bit more patient. And also 5B is one of the buttons of all time. For both characters actually, but more so for Landrekia. But that's not the way you want to approach with like the Assault JC. Landrekia does have some really good air options, but they're not really for approaching. You know? Okay. Like approaching with Assault air, like jump, JC and stuff is not really a thing you want to do with Landrekia. Especially since your like grounded foot cheese is really strong. Yeah, unfortunately, the shield buff means that you have to hold the projectiles. So, if you let Wagner have shield buff, you have to be pretty careful. Yeah. Force function. Okay, you know, free throw. I suppose keep it simple, not too bad. I don't think that's set up very good. I think that the I think it's kind of fake, but whatever. Yeah, kind of working out, I suppose. The rack is kind of working out. In this kind of bracket, people probably don't have a lot of non-Draco experience. It probably does pay dividends to just spam records a lot. Okay, nice. That's showing that that setup is actually fake. I mean, I suppose if... Like, JC is such a good button, it's really annoying to punish at the best of times. So it's probably not the worst thing to just throw out in neutral. But I think this should be dead. Unfortunately, they didn't route into ABIOX would have worked out. So if they did instead of doing JTC, if they did 60C ABIOX, that would have worked. I think. Unless they were out of Grandmasters, but I don't think they were. No, because it doesn't Grandmaster, so it would have worked. Yeah. Just like making sure that you have the combo adjustments to kill when you can is pretty important. Okay, got some zoning. Let's go. So the 6BC is actually really a lot of recovery. So okay, some very ambitious 5B. Okay. Nice, good hard throw point. Whoops. Okay. Unfortunately, C is the force function. Yeah. DP? Maybe Archon mixed the DP into it or something. Maybe they tried the ADP, but ADP doesn't work there because it's a it's not it's not like a head property move, so you have to BDP it. Okay, some combos. Alright. It's the throw. We just DP out. Let's go. Yeah, I think you can do pretty well in this sort of newbie bracket by just baiting DPs. So just like, people are probably going to DP you at weird times. So just like doing a couple of buttons and then just, they're either just blocking on their wake up or just doing a couple of buttons into block. It's a pretty good strat. Yeah. I think actually Wagner, if they especially have a shield buff, can actually just chew on Fill C on reaction to any EX flash from London Dreckia, because basically they're all projectiles, so you can just like in-run through it and get a punish. Maybe Ice Rain would be annoying, but you might not get a combo on Ice Rain, but yeah. I wouldn't recommend 6XB as a neutral option, but maybe they're trying to go for Dash 5B. It kind of works out sometimes, though. Alright. Nice, okay. Alright. Nice, good combo. I should learn this combo actually. I don't know any good Wagner combos. I just do like basic stuff. Post for the DC2AD stuff. Alright. Yeah, I think at this point Arctor really should be baiting Cressida's FFs because they're doing it a lot. Okay. Super armor, baby. Yeah, you can't FF that. You're just gonna die. Alright. We can put a cross up, but DP out, and we go back to neutral. Alright. Interesting DP. Nice. That is minus. It's actually like a lot more minus than that. You could have pressed 5B, probably live C. I'm not really sure what minus optimal DP punish starter is, but you probably could press that. Nice invuln through the 2-4C. Nice, baits the DP. Doesn't get the best punish, but it should be good enough. Go CVO. Yeah, I suppose that works as well. That's kinda cool. Arctor ties it up 2-1. Well, he doesn't tie it up, he just wins. Through? Yeah. They tied up the match, like, you know, they tied it up and kidnapped it. Okay. Let's run Arctor vs Cardboard Box. Alright, we're in the last round. Round 5. There are 5 rounds because there is an odd number of people. Yeah. Alright. Another patient match. Which I'm not gonna get, but I'll keep saying it until one day. Okay. Alright, cool. Nice. That's not passive that high. I would match too. I actually put a match bro, but that works too. Okay. Nice block. Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure what Arctor's really like. I think he's going for like the jump 4BC. There's a jump 2BC, which is really annoying. But sometimes it'd be better just to press like 5B, you know? Like it's a much better match option. Yeah, it's one of the things where it's like the user player can actually dodge, do stance dodge on the X flash. It's probably kind of tricky to do. You have to probably lab it, but you can't really just randomly 2 and 4C against usually like you can against other characters. Especially missed the Witch Punish on 2 and 4, but alright, SPS. Nice match. Okay, gets the plus function. Nice combo. There we go. Fortunately, doesn't quite kill. You can get both buffs there. So after IW, you can get both buffs. I think with maybe you need Vorpal to get both buffs, but definitely with Vorpal you can get both buffs. You can go like A buff, B buff, soul buff, 2 buff. Generally pretty good. Alright. Nice B drill, I guess. Like that. Okay. I do think that sometimes Octo is not really swapping his guard, or swapping their guard enough. So you do see a lot of the time when they get randomly hit low or high, when like Cardboard does a like JC into 5A. So I think that's one thing they could probably work on, is just like work on that sort of fuzzy guarding, which is really important in a game like this. You would have thought if they were like a DBFC and Persona player, they would be good at fuzzy blocking, but yeah, these like anime games where people go from the ground to the air to the ground really fast, it's really important to be able to follow your opponent with your guard, because otherwise you do just get kind of opened up. Meanwhile, the rest of the neutral is playing out. That issue with commentating. I mean, you get like sidetracked and then like the entire game is happening. Okay. Got some Wagner pressure, nice. Catches the green shell as well. Get some footsies through, but doesn't get any confirmed. I don't know that Toon 4, I don't know that CBC is actually good against Yuzu. But, okay. I guess Wagner force function is kind of annoying for us, nice. Oh, but respected the force function, which is good because it was shield up. But shouldn't really continue after it, so yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's not particularly good to do Tourney C against Yuzu. Yeah, I do definitely get the sense that like, yeah. Yeah, Carlo going for the net play. I think they go for a lot of 2-on-4C. They go for a lot of... Yeah, I think it's difficult to explain how... Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. I don't think that's working out. Catches the jump. The Akto's still in it. But with a pretty big meter deficit. Yeah, I don't think it's ever really. Yeah, I don't think found 216 neutral like that, but it works out, I guess. I think one thing would be nice is if Akto set up shield buff outside of the range of the slashes, because then they would then have a bit more of a neutral threat, because without shield buff Wagner just doesn't really do anything to Yuzu. You really have to approach very patiently. But yeah, Cobalt gets the 2-0. We'll go for our final match, which is between Blue versus where's Cedar? Yeah. Okay. Okay. The assault over the shield. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's not very good, because with 60 speed you have to commit to a yeah. You also have to be really careful shielding in neutral like that. Like, ideally you only want to shield when you react to that player doing a special. You don't want to just do it on a read, because she can blow it up with Assault JC and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the Assault JC stuff is really getting Resita killed at the moment. It's not, like, Assault JC isn't really good. JC isn't really good as an approach option. It's, like, really screwed up as a pressure option, because you can do JC, IC-JC 3B whip and be plus on block and beat green shot in the second hit of JC, but it doesn't have a very good hitbox for air approaches. So you ideally, if you're going to air approach at all, you want to be pressing 3B first of all, J3B, and second of all, you probably shouldn't be air approaching. That's what I would say. Alright. Luke's just kind of chilling, which is kind of good. Like, I respect that, right? You don't have to approach against this character. Yeah, Floop has definitely found the really annoying bat on JC. Just pressing it as often as possible. Okay. Okay, nice conversion. Unfortunately drops JC. So we get... Alright, we got some honest grounded footsies going on. So that picks up the Glock. Okay, and Booth goes on match point. Okay, unfortunately the shield means that... Yeah. Here's the thing, you can basically assume that a VAT player will do anything except block. So, yeah. Just like that, yeah. So just making sure, just like cover that, the non-blocking option. Gets Resita around. Yeah, I really don't know why Fluke is trying for all those like upbacks. I suppose unfortunately they get air unblockable by the 2GCs, so yeah. I think you ideally want to be C lasering in response to the fireballs if you can react. Because Lingerie Kid can't EX cancel into a DP or anything, so he just loses if you C laser. I suppose he could EX cancel into a 2v6C, but I don't think that beats laser. get a full combo. FF, yeah. It's a safe jump. I think it's your force function in neutral. So I would just like Floof to just sit there with probably forward charge. Not like that, where they get hit by the projectile, but and just like press laser or wait and then press B laser as well. Or just with flash kick when Reseda comes into approach. And for Reseda, I think it'd be good if they just like dash it, you know? Okay. Get some VAT pressure. 2BB is pretty minus. BBB. Floof doesn't quite manage steal cycle. Alright. Without getting zoned, let's go. And Reseda pulling it back to match point for both players. Okay. Unfortunately, Floof chooses the wrong button. I think 2B would have been better. Because I think 2B would have reached and it still would have punished. So, yeah. Unfortunately, no buff, so you don't get the combo, but... Oh, no. Okay, got the block through. Doesn't manage, gets mashed out by 2A, so Floof's got one more chance. I'm expecting a force function in the future. Oh, actually no, I expect 216 to see Record as well. Okay. Reseda taking the W with the Londrekia. Alright. This is gonna be nice to me. Yeah. Okay. So in first place we have Cover Box with 4 wins and 0 losses. Congratulations. And then in second place we have Arctor with 3 wins and 1 loss. I think they only lost to Cover Box. Yeah. But they were doing pretty well. I think they were kind of cooking. Then Reseda, I think Reseda getting the third place with 2-2. And that Londrekia record is pretty good. Also Fireballs as well. And some stuff. Floof coming in fourth with the 1-3. I think they just need a bit more comic consistency. And then finally Punchy coming in last with the 0-4, but you know, someone has to come in last, so it happens. I think they were definitely getting somewhere. I think there were some competitive matches from everyone. So thank you everyone for showing up, and then hopefully we'll run it next fortnight. Yeah, but I will have to see about if there's anyone online to raid. Yeah, I think we'll just end it there. Yeah, okay. See you guys next time. Bye bye.